The Edible Bean School on RealAgriculture.com is brought to you by Hensall Co-op.
Hi, I'm Werner Tove, and welcome to the Edible Bean School. Today I'm at the Hensall Co-op distribution warehouse here in Hensall, catching up with Hensall's origination manager, Wade Bickell. Wade, how's it going?
It's going great, Bern. Glad you came along today.
Hey, awesome. Well, thanks for the invite. Hey, this is our last video for the series, for the season. And typically we wrap it up with a look at a specific class of beans. Today, let's talk about kidney beans. Now, for me, I always think those red kidney beans, but there's more than one color.
Yeah, so here at Hensall, we'll package white kidney beans, light red kidney beans, and you're right, the biggest one of them all is the dark red kidney beans, which is my personal favorite because that's the one I grow on my farm.
Now where's the market? Where are these headed across the world?
So there is certainly a good domestic market here in Canada and the US, but we also export them to the UK and the EU.
So Wade, let's talk acres. Now where are the kidney bean acres around North America and here in Ontario?
So the big growing region is in that Minnesota Central Sands region, but we do have a nice chunk here in Ontario. Like some years, the highest one I looked back on was 22,000 acres of kidney beans here in Ontario. The lowest was last year at 8,000. So there's quite a range in what gets done here in Ontario, but it's not the biggest market class, but it's an important one here for Ontario.
So when it comes to kidney beans, Wade, what is the market? Is it a canned market?
Yes, most of the beans, of the dark red kidney beans for sure, are canned. The convenience to the cook at home is to have cooked beans in the can, easy to use. There's still certainly dry packaged beans that are sold, but our market is canned.
Let's talk about yield here. I mean, you've seen significant improvements in yield on kidneys in I guess in the last 10 years.
Well, even further back, like in 2005, if you got 22 bags to the acre, you thought you hit a home run. Yeah. Now, it's possible to get 40 bags to the acre. It's incredible what the varieties have done for us here in this market.
Yeah, now you've got some big varieties that have really driven this, specifically Dynasty, right?
Yeah, Dynasty is the game changer, right? So it has become the market leader in dark red kidneys. And the other one that's kind of followed it up is Gallantry. It's a slightly smaller seed size, but with that smaller seed size, hopefully less cracked seed coats.
Yeah. Hey, so let's talk management. I guess specifically, let's start with planting.
Okay, so we want to see these beans up and going quick. So you can plant them as say the 15th of May here in Ontario. But you want good weather following to get them up out of the ground quickly. It's no different than the rest of the edible beans that we plant here in Ontario. We want them up out of the ground as quick as we can.
Now you got big seeds. What do you have to think about there?
So yeah, it's way different than some of the small seeded crops that we grow in Ontario. We want these ones well into moisture. They are big, and it takes a lot of water to germinate them. So I always recommend that we're like half an inch into that moisture zone so that they have lots of moisture to get them going.
Now Wade, when it comes to edible beans, we always need good weed control, we need good disease control. Let's talk kidneys, specifically about harvest, a critical period that we need to do well.
Yes, we sure do. Cracked seed coats are really important, as I mentioned before. So the only way that we can ensure that we have a good quality kidney bean is to use an edible bean combine. And that means you're going to have to use a knife puller or a rod puller to cut those and put them into windrows, and then use the proper edible bean combine to harvest them.
Yeah. Let's talk about opportunities. 2024 was a good year, a great year for kidneys. You got great prices, a really interesting dynamic. What happened?
So you could look at Argentina as maybe having a bit of a crop failure as when it comes to dark red kidneys and kidneys in general. So that kind of bumped the demand for North American kidney beans, which had smaller acres and slightly lower yields. So that kind of raised the value for the farmer at harvest and got people more interested in kidney beans.
Yeah. What about 2025? Are we going to see that dynamic, that market pull through the new year?
Oh yeah, for sure. We see it. We have values out there today with spreads between the small seeded beans and dark red kidneys that I've never seen. I've never seen this spread in price ever before.
Wow. So opportunities for growers. But what's the key next year in being successful with kidneys?
I think probably the biggest thing is to make sure that you have a plan for harvest. If you don't have the edible bean combine lined up, own one or lined up to harvest, don't start. But it's probably something to. We got some time this winter to get some harvesting equipment lined up, and maybe bring some more value to your farm.
Yeah, and contracts available?
Contracts are still available, but going fast.
Awesome. Yeah, very good. Hey, always great to be here with you on the Edible Bean School. Appreciate it. Another great season. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for coming, Vern.